Hello, my name is Ruth Bridger, and I'm the marketing manager for the Elango BeHear line of hearing amplification products. Thank you for taking the time to join me today and to learn about the new features in the BeHear Access Model 2. I'm joined by my friend, Patty, who will help me demonstrate the new features to you. She is wearing the new model of BeHear Access, and so everything that you are hearing is actually being transmitted by her headset. So it's just as if you were wearing the device yourself. It should give you an in-person understanding of what we are presenting as the new features. I'm going to pull up the presentation here. So I hope you can see my screen now. And what we like to say about this model is that it is simpler to use, yet even more powerful and feature-rich than the existing version of BeHear Access. So in a nutshell, BeHear Access Model 2 uses the exact same form factor, and it includes all the great features and functionality found in the current model, what we call now Model 1. In addition, Model 2 has 5 new features, and I'll describe each of these features in detail in the course of the webinar. Let's get started. The first new feature I'd like to introduce is tone control. It is now possible to use the headset right out of the box to adjust the balance between bass and treble sound input for all the hearing modes, live conversation, cell phone and video calls, and audio streaming. This means that the users will no longer need to use the BeHear app to get a customized hearing experience. It really simplifies the operation of the headset. We understand that some users prefer not to use the app. It may have been an obstacle to choosing a BeHear solution in the first place. Of course, for those who want a truly personalized headset, we still highly recommend that they use the hearing assessment and the other sound tuning options that are offered only in the app. So to support the tone control feature in the headset, we have modified the right-hand control buttons as follows. So here's the right hand. The top button, the plus sign, is used to emphasize high frequencies. So I'll tap on it and I'll continue speaking, and I hope you hear the difference in my voice. And the bottom button, which is the minus, is used to emphasize the lower frequencies. So now I tap on it, and with each tap, I should get more emphasis on the low frequencies. So do you hear the difference in my voice? Now, of course, we can also use the app in order to regulate the tone. Okay, so I have the app here connected to Patty's headset. From the home screen, I go into the equalizer icon. That's where all the sound tuning features are. And I scroll until I reach the sound tuning tone control section. You see that the dot is right in the middle here, but if I tap on the left, then I am increasing the emphasis for the bass sounds. And on the right, I'm increasing for treble sounds. Tapping the triangle in the center will bring me back to midpoint. That's a balance between the tones. All right? So as I mentioned, we're using the right-hand control buttons. In the Model 1, those right-hand control buttons during audio streaming were used to regulate the transparency of listen through. So now, if you want to regulate the transparency of listen through, you'll need to do that via the app, okay? Because we have use those buttons now for tone control. Let's go back to the presentation. The next feature is pretty straightforward. We have upgraded to Bluetooth version 5.0. This version is known to be easier to pair with other devices, and it provides a more stable connection overall. Last but not least, this upgrade means that we will be able to send out firmware upgrades to existing customers as we add new features and functionality to the device, which is something that we pride ourselves on doing. We're continually trying to improve and add new relevant features to the device. So having this ability with Bluetooth 5.0 to do an over-the-air upgrade, I think is a big bonus for customers. Increased loudness. Now, I think, it's in all of our published information, but we do give a maximum gain of 42 decibels. But in the past, we have been hesitant to use this maximum gain because it does generate feedback. So our engineers have designed a special algorithm which allows, it's basically a new amplification formula that allows customers to pump up the volume without generating that annoying feedback. So really making the most out of the abilities of the headset. Tinnitus masking. This is the feature that we think is really key because I don't know if you're aware, but there's something called tinnitus, that's the ringing in your ears or a buzzing sound that many people complain of. It actually affects between 10 to 15% of the general population. And it's incredibly annoying. We do have some people in the office that suffer from it, and it really sounds terrible. Now, although there is no cure currently for tinnitus, there are a number of different sound therapies that are available. And one of the most popular of these sound therapies is what's called tinnitus masking. It does lessen the discomfort for many people because it employs a method of trying to match the phantom sound that is heard within the head of the person that's suffering with an external sound and amplifying it slightly to mask or cover that annoying noise. Now, this therapy is typically found in high-end hearing aids because there is a definite correlation between hearing loss and tinnitus. So the therapy involves, as I mentioned, in generating this white noise-like sound. And studies show that the best way to get the good results is really to try and match it as well as possible. And other therapies, it's more like the audiologist is trying to ask the patient, is this what it sounds like? Should it be higher? Should it be sharper? Should it be, kind of more muffled or larger bandwidth? And it's our premise that if we put the control of the frequency and the volume and the sharpness and the modulation in the hands of the actual person that has tinnitus, the success rate will be much higher for creating the tinnitus masking protocol that will best kind of alleviate that annoying ringing in the ears. So in order to determine the specific masking sound, again, we'll need to use the app. So I'll stop the screen share again and show it to you here on the app. From the home screen, we've added a new icon here at the bottom. It's like a little ear, and it brings us to the tinnitus masking screen. Now, the function is currently off, but if I move the dots, okay, you should hear the masking noise. Now, I think that in Zoom, there is some kind of noise cancellation algorithm at work, because in my practice sessions, I heard the masking for just a second or two before it was cut out. So I'm not sure that we're still able to hear it. But just take a look at the screen and you'll see, much like our BSP, Best Sound Point grid, we have a grid here where the user can actually determine the sharpness and the frequency of sound. So for example, if I touch a square on the screen, it will change the masking noise accordingly. Okay, I hope you're getting some kind of indication of what that sounds like. Now, once I have set up that masking noise to match my tinnitus, I save that. And then from the headset, I can simply turn it on and off by pressing both bottom buttons simultaneously. That turns it off. Or, of course, using the app to turn it on again. Okay, or off. All right. Moving on. Let's go back to the presentation. Okay, and the last feature I want to talk about today is the language flexibility. For those of you in multilingual markets, you might appreciate this next feature. Instead of being supplied with 4 pre-programmed languages for voice prompts, you now have complete flexibility in choosing between our list of 11 and growing languages, which can easily be downloaded via the app. Let's do a quick recap of the differences between Model 2 and Model 1. Like I say, the models look identical and they use the same BeHear sound enhancement technology and BeHear app, but here are the differences. We've upgraded the Bluetooth to version 5. We now support firmware updates via the app, that's over the air. We have the tone control for people that just want to very quickly get a customized sound without having to download and install the app and pair it with their device. Okay, so that's the treble-based control that they can activate from the headset itself. There is the tinnitus masking feature in Model 2, which allows people to customize a masking sound to match their own tinnitus in order to alleviate perhaps what they experience with tinnitus. And I think I neglected to mention that that is in personal hearing mode, that the tinnitus mask is available. The voice prompts, which are now no longer hard-coded languages, but 11 languages that are available in addition to the basic one that's delivered with the headset that can be easily downloaded and activated by the user. And having maximum amplification without feedback is possible in Access Model 2. Now, as I said, they use the same form factor, so how are you going to tell the difference between the two? Well, we tried to make it as easy as possible. During the packaging, we placed a green dot on the top of the box and also on the inner side of the neckband for the headset. So those are the outwardly visible signs that you have Model 2. And you can also check by pairing the headset with the app and then checking to see in the information version section of the app what the parameters are for the different versions, release number, etc. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Now, I put together some what I thought might be questions that arise here. After that, we can discuss if I haven't covered something that is of interest to you. Can Model 1 be upgraded to Model 2? Unfortunately, that's not the case. Due to the modifications that we made in the hardware, it's not possible to perform a software upgrade between the two models. What about pricing? Well, Model 1 is priced slightly lower than Model 2 until we all finish out our inventory. That might give impetus to those who are not particularly interested in some of the new features to get a nice discount on a BeHear Access. The MSRP for Model 2 will be as per standard. If you're looking to purchase some, then I encourage you to be in contact directly with Yuval, and he can work with you together if you want to do any kind of a bulk order there. Can a customer trade in a Model 1 for a Model 2? We will allow this only in the case that it's been less than 30 days since they purchased the Model 1. So it's basically in the framework of our standard return policy. Can a hearing profile, those are the results from the hearing assessment, be transferred from a Model 1 headset to a Model 2 headset? And the answer is yes, if the customer is using the same BeHear app. So it's stored in the app as well as in the headset, so that shouldn't be a problem. What should you do with your current stock of Model 1? Well, we'd be happy to swap out your Model 1 units for Model 2, or as I mentioned earlier, you can sell those Model 1 units for a discount. And my last question, how will customers learn about activating tone control and tinnitus masking? Well, we have created a new version of the BeHear Access Quick Start Guide. And this is the guide itself not only has the format changed to be a booklet, which is maybe easier for people to skim through, but we've also changed the order of the sections so that we can highlight how easy it is to use the BeHear Access straight out of the box. So instead of plunging straight into how to download the app and pair it with your device, we talk about how to use the tone controls directly from the headset in personal hearing mode. And then only later, if the customer is so inclined, they can learn how to pair it with a Bluetooth device and also download the app to get access to additional features. Okay, so this document has been printed and included in the BeHear Access Model 2 packaging, and it's also available for download on our website. And we've also updated the various how-to videos in the BeHear Access video library on YouTube, so you should be set for that. Let's get back to the presentation. I wanted to talk about one more thing, which is the branding changes that we are doing for the BeHear product line. We've decided that we're going to streamline our products and product line and the naming convention. And so basically we are slowly getting rid of the Wear and Hear logo and you know, all that it entails, the domain name and all. And we've changed the logo for BeHear. So you'll see on the screen that the BeHear logo now also gives a visual representation of what we're trying to accomplish, going from a, you know, slim letters to kind of wider and more solid to reflect the fact that we are amplifying not only the letters here, but also what can be heard. And we have that in two formats. The product names are now, you know, kind of together with the BeHear logo, BeHear Access in a different format. The Elango logo has also been updated and modernized. And then we've incorporated Elango into our BeHear logo. We are sticking with the tagline that we've been using. We think that it still really properly represents what we're all about, making life sound better. We are in the process of moving our web domain. In the meantime, the wearandhear.com will still work, and it's still part of our email addresses, but we have also opened up a new domain. It's elango-behear.com, just to reflect the connection between Elango and BeHear. And the process will also be reflected in our packaging as we go into new products and new product packaging. You'll see the new domains and the new style and the new color scheme. In any event, all the updated graphics are in the Dropbox. You should all have access to that Dropbox. So you can let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that you need that's not there. And I'd be happy to help. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.